Hi there, this is Red Robinson with the all-new Canadian Bandstand Show, presenting the new sounds of the West Coast's most vibrant bands, the Viscounts with Skip Hansen and Little Laverne. Also featuring the DeVilles with Wayne Gus.
Come on, everybody.
See and dance to the most fabulous prize package of entertainment to come your way since 1958. The Viscounts and the DeVilles in person in the Agricultural Hall in Ladysmith with an all-star dancing show.
One of the outstanding features of the hall in its history is the fact in the early 60s, Red Robinson, a famous disc jockey and a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, used to have traveling rock and roll shows, and he would bring them to Ladysmith. Up on that wall is a mural of some of the rock and roll stars that performed on this stage. Jerry Lee Lewis, Roy Orbison, Conway Twitty, the Everly Brothers.
I love Corina, way across the sea.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Only the lonely self I can't deceive. I know it's only make believe.
One of the stories Red Robinson told me about the dances here in Ladysmith. Jerry Lee Lewis was famous for his piano playing. When he came here, he went up onto the stage behind me, and he played the piano there. The piano was so out of tune. He pushed it off the stage, and he said, "I'm not playing this piece of junk." And that night, the patrons at the dance here in Ladysmith got to see Jerry Lewis playing guitar all night because he wouldn't play the piano. The other story that I found personally interesting was he also said that when Roy Orbison appeared here, it was the first time in the history of Canada they had to have police dogs at a rock and roll dance. Over the years at the various dances on the island here, rivalries have developed between guys from Nanaimo and Ladysmith and Duncan, and quite often they would take it out at the dances. So they had to have police dogs to maintain order here. Well, there's numerous stories about funny events within the Aggie Hall. As I say, one of the ones was the number of people who would try to sneak in there with alcohol because all the dances were booze-free. One thing that used to happen at these dances is that they'd also bring in raw eggs and they would throw them at each other. So I heard the story about how when some guys from Duncan were coming in, they were met at the door and they were patted down quite vigorously. And as a result, all the eggs in their pockets were smashed.
Hall in Ladysmith with an all-star dancing show. Saturday night, May 13th from 8:30 to 12 midnight. Be there. Another Jaguar presentation.